Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, we are very grateful to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His blessing, who give us a sound of mind and help for us to accomplish our group assignment. We'll not forget to our parents and family members. Big thank for all your dua and support for us since. Special thanks to our super and lovely lecturer in this course, Madam Nur Afni binti Matsari, course lecturer of Project Management, OPM 655, for being very supportive, giving us a guideline and explanation for this group project can be done properly. Last but not least, to all classmates, thank you for your help to us work on this assignment.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and a very good day to Madam Nur Afni binti Mat Sari and all team members here. My name is Siti Nora Sarah Selina binti Sulaiman. As for this project management OPM 655, we are from management team with all the classmates NBSE 8A have been decided to do webinar as our project team. And starting on the 30 of October 2022 on our seminar 2, with the range of 27 committees members, we have been decided to have a group of 6 team that are management team, protocol, multimedia and promotion, invitation, as well as registration and insert together with the technical teams. And for this webinar project, we have been chosen with the title Office Healthy Lifestyle Practice with the tagline, let's increase our productivity. And Alhamdulillah, the project webinar have been done on 14 January 2023 at 2 p.m. By using platform Telegram. All right, now I would love to introduce our best management team. Inshallah, myself, Siti Nur Sarah Haslinda binti Sulaiman, Sarah as a project manager. Next, we do have Muhammad Izzat Ikram as my assistant project manager. Besides that, we also have Nora Shikin Tohet as our secretary, plus with Aznur Isha as our treasurer. Okay, now we will look at the first diagram, that is the work breakdown structure, or known as a WBS. Okay, WBS can be defined as a deliverable-oriented hierarchy decomposition. And as in this diagram show that we do have 4 level, that is starting from level 0 to level 3. And this WBS subdivide the project into the small pieces that called as the work item, and the lowest level work item of any branches we call as the project package. And as in this diagram, the issue out is our group project webinar for the Office Healthy Lifestyle Practice project.
Work breakdown structure, or WBS. So let's see the example in our WBS diagrams. For level 0, our project manager, a specific deliverable is produced. For level 1, the higher degree confident for all activities need to be performed. We get our 6 supportive teams. So the level 2, we can see that a single organization assigned to responsible for accomplishing the work package. For the last one is level 3, as the project manager to monitor, control, collect all data and activities during performing the project. So this is the work breakdown structure, WAS, for Webinar Healthy Lifestyle Practice, this is the management team WBS. So the level 0 is Sarah as a webinar office healthy lifestyle project manager. So the level 1 management team conducted by Sarah. Level 2 is we have 4 manager Sarah. The assistant manager is Izzat, secretary is Shikin, and the treasurer Azno.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norashikin binti Tohid from management team for this webinar project from group NBSA 8A. Okay, I would present about responsibility assignment metric RAM. Define who will be responsible for work. It helps plan an individual roles and responsibility for each work item before work begins. So if you can see, this RAM diagrams shows all students involved in these webinar projects are already defined their job responsibilities prior the project begin. The RAM is encourages everyone to understand every step of the project. The RAM shows the primary responsibility P and support responsibility S. If you can refer to this diagram, only one individual should be designated as a primary, or we call it as a leader, who is responsible for each work item. The RAM is so useful to project management because it helps everyone see their process and why it's so important. The benefit: RAM allow employees or team members to understand where their skills are most effective and how they are involved in the big picture of the company. This will allow everyone to feel more ownership over their jobs and perform them better because they feel trusted to do so.
Okay, now we move on to the diagrams number 3, that is a sequences activities table by management team. Okay, using WBS, activities was defined more specific to deliver for the work package. As activities or refer as a task will be consolidated into comprehensive activities as a next steps to create network diagram. Okay, now we take a look at this table. We can see there's 15 activities for management team, and each of activities got the person responsible, and there's a days of each activities required need to perform, and of course there is a immediate processor as to define the relationship for each activities.
A network diagram. Network diagram define the sequence of how and when the activities will be performed. A network diagram is a graphical presentation of a project and is composed of a series of connected arrows and boxes to describe the interrelationship between the activities involved in the project. If you can see, this network diagram shows the management teams perform activities, start from identify project to development, monitoring, controlling until post-mortem, which is involved by management team.
All right, for diagrams number 5 is the schedule table and critical paths. In the largest network diagrams, got many of the activities from the project started to the project completion. The longest part in the overall network diagrams we call as the critical paths. So this schedule show for the management team webinar project. As we can see over there, the longest part show -8 from the total slack as the most critical parts. So from these 15 activities, we can see that all the activities number 1 to 15 as the critical parts, except activities number 10, due to they have -5 of total slack. All right. As we can see here, this is the network diagram actually. That we are converted from the schedule table at the previous slide. So we can see here the color in red is the critical part. That we highlighted as which that maybe need to look at how if you want to reduce the slack.
Resources Requirement Plan. A resources requirement plan illustrated the expected utilization of resources by time period during the time span of the project. This figure shows the preparation on a resources requirement plan as for management team from the project started until the finish of the project.
Okay, for the resources requirement table over here, as this figure below show the indicators, how many staff in the management team are required for each days based on the ES and EF time for each activities. So for example here, we can see on the day 1 for identifying assigned team and team members project bureau, we do have need 2 person in charge, while on the second days for the activities to identify title and dates for project only need for 1 person in charge. Okay, this is the graph for resources requirement that we are converted from the table before. So as in this graph, we can see that starting on the day 13, the management team fully utilize all the team members, whereas the peak of four staffs are required as to monitoring and to control on the progress of the project webinar to be done before the day events on 14 January 2023. Okay, we move on to the diagrams number 7. That is a risk assessment matrix. Risk is an certain event that if it occurs can jeopardize accomplishing the project objective. So risk assessment matrix actually refer as to the risk register that includes potential risk, the impact, what is the response plan to be taken. So we from the management team, we have take a look at what types of risks that might be happen before, during, and after the project finish. So here we can delegate to 5 types of risks, what types of the impact, and how does the likelihood of the occurrences, the degree of impacts, and of course to the action on trigger, who is the responsible person, and how does the response plan that we want to take.
Assalamualaikum. I'll be presenting on WBS costing cost table by management team. This figure shows that the estimate activity cost for each activity each by management team from webinar project. We have identified that 4 listings have been written, and one is identify assigned team and team project. Second, identify title of webinar project, planning date, develop draft survey topic questionnaire. Number 4 is pilot test questionnaire. review comments and finalize the questionnaire, schedule meeting and taking minutes meeting, preparing and maintaining reports, discussion activities from each team, discussion activity, and estimate activities cost and determine the budget. 10. Monitor and control the progress, ensure the pilot test that for platform and rehearsal, ensure program going smoothly, ensure post-mortem running, and ensure delivery of the gift. By the workday, labor rate, labor cost, material cost, and travel cost, and we have get the total cost for this webinar project is 4,845 ringgit for the management budget. Number 8, for the WBS costing, cumulative budgeting cost CBC table for the whole team for webinar project. CBC is cumulative budget cost and TBC is the total budget cost, and starting from the week 1 until 6. First, the manager team, protocol team, multimedia and promotion team, invitation team, registration and e-cert team, technical team, and we have managed to get the total for cumulative from the week 1 to 6 is 7,485 ringgit. Next, for the WBS costing graph, presentation are communication tools that can be used as demonstration. From the week 1 until 6, the budget is getting higher by higher, which is starting from 1,420 ringgit on week 1, and week 2 is 2,490 ringgit, and followed by week 3 is 4,020 ringgit, and week 4 5,230 ringgit, week 5 is 6,385 ringgit, and the last week for the 6th week is 7,485 ringgit. Next, for the WBS costing, which is work breakdown structure costing for the whole team webinar project. For starting level 0, 1, 2 and 3, the WBS represent the cost of the components in the WBS. The CBS is a critical tool is managing the project lifestyle, especially the financial aspect of any project by creating a structure for applying measurable cost control.
Okay, as from the management team for the issues and challenge, what can we see here? As for the before project done is the communication. Communication is on how we want to control together and to manage all the information given by the team members, yeah, especially from the whole class. And number two is, of course, for the knowledge and skills, because to start the project, actually, we didn't know what kind of skills that each members master unless they can share with us. If let's say he said that he can do these types of skills, so we can manage to assign them into the correct team. And for the during the project, the issue we can see here is on the communication and progress action, as to make sure each team members can get the correct information so that they can deliver the progress well. So what we done here is as to remind to follow up for with them at least once a week. And during the progress also, knowledge and skills is one of the issue that still we use the follow-up system as to sharing the information to the team members, meaning that if let's say the team members might be don't have the skills on this particular of task, so they can ask as to make sure we can help them to make sure the objective of this project will be achieved. And last but not least, after the webinar project settled, so for the compilation of the report, as to get each team members manage to send the report according to the time given. Again, we do reminders asking if anything needs to be shared, so that all the information can be done in time. And last but not least, as the task, if there is a task not complete yet, for example, we can check here is for the e-certificate. Of course, this one we will send after the webinar, so that we follow up. I did this one, how is the progress to be done, so that we know all the activities from the start until the end of the project, everyone will be settled.
And lastly, for the conclusion, we have managed to see that student has learned a lot more about management of the learning. We get more knowledgeable about the different platforms we can use in delivering education even if with little resource. And it truly helped us to become more updated with the different trends of education. The time taken to manage this event for 14 days is managed well and smoothly. The teamwork attitude of the responsibility among the members in carrying out the task was to make the event become smooth as planned. And last but not least, the event ended smoothly and it was a great achievement with the great experience because everything was run smoothly without any internet connecting interruption, even though the webinar was done virtually.